So in this video, we're going to show you right now, we're going to show you how to first take your airbag off, second, how to remove the bezel, and then how to install both of them in this brand new leather wheel. Hey, it's Mark, RPM Tesla. We're talking about leather steering wheels today. Yokes, round steering wheels. We've been selling them since 2017. We've made every variation you can imagine in steering wheel upgrades, and ours are built on original Tesla OEM cores. So today we're talking about, again, these are 3s and Ys, we're talking about Model S and Model X steering wheels. We originally came out with our large oversized one, then we made a sport grip, then we started making alcantara. We started making more upgradable steering wheels on original cores, not replicas. These are fully warranted by Tesla, serviced by Tesla, even installed by Tesla dealers. So let's take a look over here. And again, this is the upgraded leather steering wheel that we're selling. And again, we are making this out of soft Napa leather. And what we have on this table right here are the yokes currently being put in the car. Now look at this in the bright light. As you can see, this is the wear. This thin vinyl fabric that Elon felt guilty to the pressure from PETA, decided to make the whole car vegan, and that's what you get, thin vinyl. This is always going to be a problem because vinyl is going to peel. The grips, everybody has problems with these. Tesla still has no solution. They're claiming something else is coming up with a thicker material. But if you want to purchase ours, this is our Yoke Sport Grip wheel, and it's made out of soft Napa leather. This is real leather. Lifetime warranty from RPM Tesla. Tesla's not warranting these after 2 or 3 times. They're basically saying you need to stop gripping your wheel too tight. But they are working on a solution. But in the meantime, we're offering this. We're offering alcantara as an upgrade, and it's a beautiful, real material. The alcantara is man-made. Now, the point of this whole video is to talk about how you're going to install it. So, not to get too complicated, but products in the automobile industry are manufactured with revisions, drawing revisions. Notice this is a -F. So this is a revision F. Now the Model S came out, the refreshed, in 2021 and started off with revision B, C, D, E, F, G. Now they're on H. This is an F. So if you're purchasing this and you're reading our description, you're going to realize that if you have an F, G, or H, we're going to send you this wheel, just like this, and you're going to transfer your yoke, center cap, or this is often called a bezel, and you're going to transfer your airbag. So in this video, we're going to show you right now, we're going to show you how to first take your airbag off, second, how to remove the bezel, and then how to install both of them in this brand new leather wheel. Okay, now remember, if you have this yoke steering wheel in damage, this is what we're going to do. This is just another quick overview. We're going to give you 2 Allen wrenches to release the airbag, and then you can check what revision it is inside. And again, we're going to show you all this in the car. We're also going to give you this hex socket, so you're going to be able to loosen the steering wheel up and switch them. So once you get this from us, you're going to use this T25. We're going to supply everything you need to switch the bezel and the airbag from this wheel into this wheel. So let's get into the car right now and show you up close and in detail how easy this is. Okay, we're continuing on. We're in the Model X, and we've got all the tools that we're going to supply you with that you'll get when we ship the wheel to you. And again, this is upgrading from the torn up vinyl one from Tesla. So first thing we're going to do is find out what revision we need, and you'll need to do this before you order. So again, you're going to need an Allen wrench, and you'll notice that on the side of the steering wheel there are 2 holes. You only need one, and we're going to release the airbag. And inside, we're going to see what revision we have. So you're going to push it in about 1 inch. You're going to slide it in, and it sits right on a piece of metal. And you push it, and that releases the right side. So hold that with your hand. Do the same thing on the other side. And again, this is very easy. You're going to push it about 1 inch, and then the airbag will be loose. And now don't unplug it. Just slowly pull it out and look right here at the bottom. So this is how you know what to order on our website. This is revision F. So on our website, you're going to choose revision F. And we're going to label these really clear as F, G, and H because they're all interchangeable. So again, now you know what you need. So you would put the airbag back in, place your order, and we'll ship it out to you. Now, when it arrives, you're going to take the airbag out. So we'll continue on. When you get our new steering wheel, you're going to get it just like this, and we're going to show you how to move everything into the wheel. So now, this yellow plug, you're going to have to remove the yellow plug. That'll release the airbag. And again, you have to pinch it on the top and the bottom. There are two clips, and then it comes right out. So you're going to squeeze the clips and release it and wiggle it. Okay, so the airbag is out. Now we're going to continue with the installation. Okay, now we're going to take the steering wheel off the column, and we're not going to use the bolt until we unplug the purple plug. Now the purple plug connects everything to the car, including the heat function, the light function. Notice how these are still lit up. Once we unplug that, we're going to lose the lights. So same thing, squeeze it at the top and the bottom, push it up, push it down, wiggle back and forth. It comes right out. It's very, very easy. So now the steering wheel bezel has lost its power. Next thing is to remove the steering wheel. So it's very important to do that in this order. You cannot leave this plugged in because you really don't want to cause any damage to this wire by pulling on it. So now we're going to loosen up the steering wheel column next. Okay, now with the 10mm socket, you're going to attach it to a breaker bar or a long bar to give you torque. It can be anything you may have in your toolbox. It can just be a ratchet. But put it right on the center, push it all the way in, and now out the window, you're going to need to use pressure and torque and loosen it up. The longer your bar, the easier it's going to be to break it free. Get it loose enough, then take the socket out, turn counterclockwise and unscrew it. So at this point, your steering wheel is ready to come off the column. Make sure this is not connected. Now, removing the wheel, you're going to wiggle it from side to side or up and down. So notice what we're doing. We're just kind of shaking it, tapping it, wiggling it back and forth because it's really, really a tight fit, and then it comes right off. Okay, so this is your steering wheel. Those are the plugs. And now we're going to show you how to take the bezel and put it right into your brand new real leather steering wheel. Okay, now we're taking the steering wheel bezel out of here and putting it in here. It's very, very easy. There are 4 silver screws. They come right out one at a time and a 5th one at the bottom. So let's do that real quick. You're going to need to use a screwdriver extension with the bit we're going to give you, and just unthread them all the way. They're not tight or anything like that. Very, very easy. But again, we want to do this in real time. So if you're bored, hit maybe the 30-second skip button. But again, we like to make our videos really accurate so people really know what they're getting into and knowing how much of their time will be needed. So again, on the right side, this plastic piece will come loose now. So loosen it and just pull it right out. And we've got half of it done. And this is going to go right in this side over here. But we're going to do it all at once. So we'll keep going with the left side. And then the bottom screw. In transferring, it's very, very simple because you'll notice here as we're unscrewing, this is all urethane. Tesla makes these out of hard urethane plastic, so they lock right in place. And then the bolts or the screws just hold it all down. So it's a great design, and all we've done, you can see in detail here, is we've removed all the vinyl, installed beautiful plastic Napa leather over the plastic. Okay, now we're on the last one. And the last one, after we take out the other white one, is what's holding the base on. Now this also is running underneath this compartment. Let me turn on the flash real quick. Okay, and you notice that this is the wire in here is going to give power to the whole bezel. So this is going to come out and this is going to come out. So we recommend that you do it in this exact manner. So you're going to want to lift it off the base like this, So you're going to pull this piece out a little bit at a time, and you want to grab it underneath. So we're just removing the bezel and getting a gap in, as you can see. And we'll go slowly around the entire perimeter. And now the base is loose here. Now the top piece is here. You want to make sure you get your fingers under this and lift the whole thing up at once. And that unsnaps. There's no glue in the F, G, and H models. There's no adhesive, nothing. So it's very easy to do. Earlier models were glued in, or the earlier revisions, I should say. Same thing here, just slow pinch and pull. Now, the whole bezel will come out this easy. And now we have to disconnect the wire, which is the heat wire. So this runs into the wheel. Pull down on the red tabs, pinch it. Maybe you can show me one more time. Again, this is the only one red tab on the top. I'm just going to pull back and disconnect it. Pinch that very spot right there and pull it away. Now this wire runs through your stock steering wheel that you're either going to keep or send back to us. But this runs through here and it runs all the way around. It's impregnated in the urethane. So the heat element is really awesome. And again, we give you $200 if you send this back to us. We destroy it, we rip all this off and build another one for our next customer. So now let's get into the bezel installation. So if you find a tag on here, which is how we keep track of our production, just rip it off. But now, notice the same heat wires here as here. So the steering wheels are all built the same. It's only the bezel revisions that have changed. So first step is to connect the heat wire. Just push it all the way in and lock the clip and double check it. And now the next thing is we're going to place this heat wire in the same location here, which is underneath. So we're doing that by just putting it inside of the revision tag, which is on the bottom. So it's out of the way for now. We'll fine tune that once we get it all inside. But right now we want to make sure that we get the switches in. We want to make sure the bezel is in place correctly. So you're just going to line it all up and then make sure the wire is going to get placed behind the lower of the three protruding pieces of the bezel. Okay, so now we've got it about, you can see here, about 3/8 of an inch above each section. We've got the wire going underneath here, and then this is going to come out. So remember, this is the heat wire. Just push that inside, and now we're ready to go. Now, we're going to push nice and gently on this lobe, and this lobe. Slowly down, pinch it all the way at the bottom first, squeezing it front to back. And now the right side, again, same thing, just push it all the way down. It locks right into place, and all these little tabs are the same ones that are right here, so they lock right inside. Push it all the way down. It's completely flat and flush. And again, your bezel is going to fit right in here just like this. Now, we're going to make sure that wire's out of the way, and then we're going to transfer the white pieces. Then we're going to plug it all back in and get in the car. So first thing is the right and left pieces that we already removed. I should probably come around here. So we're going to start with the right side and the two screws we left inside. But these are the T25 screws that you're going to put 2 in each side and 1 in the bottom. So just put them right over the female threads and slowly tighten it down. And these are great. You can't crack them, break them. The Model 3s and Model Ys, the tabs weren't built very well. So again, we've got a lot of experience doing this. And before we close it up, I want to show what the springs do and how that airbag is actually releasing it. Because this is good to understand just how steering wheels are put together, assembled, and made safe. So we'll keep doing that. And that'll be the right side, and the left side, and then we'll do the right and the bottom. So tighten it down nice and firm all the way. We normally use power tools, but again, we're doing a real-time installation. Now we're going to put the white one, or the single one in the bottom. You want to make sure the wire is underneath this raised up loop, so it's not in the way. So this has to go underneath this raised up piece of plastic. Once you have it in the correct spot, you have enough slack to plug in the airbag, Good to go. Okay. And the last one. And then I'm going to go grab an Allen wrench. So these have rubber bumpers on the back. So this is the reason why these horns don't honk. This is the back. And when you push on the airbag, it moves, but there's nothing that makes the horn honk. So this is why Tesla has the horn built into the steering wheel up here. All right, so we're almost done. Tighten them all up, and I'm going to go grab an Allen wrench. Just want to show this up close. Yeah. Okay, so everything's all tightened up. Now, if you can hold that real quick, Ryan, I'm going to show what's going on in here. So when you insert this in here, okay, it's going to go through the side, and it's going to come out right there. And this spring is going to get pushed in, and the airbag is going to get released. So you can see it here. And now, again, some people don't know how far to push it in or where to go. But you can see with this background, I'm not holding it. I've inserted it this far, and it stops. Now, watch what happens when I push it in a little bit more. That spring right there is moving. When the spring moves, the airbag lets go. So this is how it works on both sides. You only really need one Allen wrench. But once I push this in, it releases. And the spring bends back when you snap the airbag back in. So we're going to put this clip in right during the airbag removal process, just so everyone understands. But that's it. Spring moves in and out, in and out. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put the steering wheel back in. I also want to explain that you cannot put this in incorrectly. It will always be lined up straight, because in the spline, there is a flat area there. So you'll see that is going to line up with this. So there's no way to need a front end alignment or anything like that, because you're going to put it back in the exact same position. Okay, we're going to show you that now. So again, you're going to hold the wheel up and you're going to turn it back and forth a little bit until you feel it grab. It's dead center. Now pull it off again. So you can notice right here what's going on. Once you get it set up on the spline, you're turning it until it lines up. Then you push the whole wheel down and it goes right on. Okay, so now we got to put the threaded steering wheel bolt back in. So we're going to do that using the socket we gave you that you can keep. Just thread it all the way on. And then with the breaker bar, tighten it down. Now, it takes about 80 foot-pounds according to Tesla's service manual. You get it nice and snug. It's not going to let loose. So we usually use a breaker bar and set it to about 80 foot-pounds and just tighten it real nice and snug. Push it all the way in until you hear it beep. But again, getting it real strong is what matters. Okay, now the next step is putting the purple plug back in. So you're just going to insert it just like this and clip it in. Hear it lock, it's in. Check for power. Now, all of these lights here, the icons will light up. If for some reason one side doesn't, don't worry. We have a video that shows you how to reset everything. But since it's your bezel, your airbag, your steering wheel, all of these 7 lights should be on. And again, this is a horn light. If for some reason you have a camera there, you have a different steering wheel that actually honks when you press on the airbag. So do not buy this item. This is only for 2021 S's and X's through the end of 23. And in 2024, they started making them with honking airbags. So this steering wheel is not for that, because the airbag and the bezel are probably different in 24. Okay, now we're going to put the airbag back in. Now remember, we just showed you these holes, and these posts line up. So see how these posts line up, and they go right through that hole, and they lock in to the wire that moves. All right, so we're going to reach over, hold the wire assembly back. Make sure you haven't pulled any of this out, because you don't want to have a mess here. Just keep it like this and plug the white plug in. And reach in there just like this, one hand holding it, lock it in place. Your airbag is ready to be put back in. And then you're gonna line it up and just tap it. And if you hear a honk, you got the wrong steering wheel. Okay. Again, some people like to turn the vehicle off. We've never had a problem with this, but you could go into your software mode and turn the vehicle off. People feel a little better about airbags by taking them off. I can remember where it was. So now we want to go down to vehicle power off. So you could power the Tesla off before you do any of this if you want to take more of a precaution. But we've never had an airbag issue. And once you touch the brake or get out of the car, it'll reboot. Okay, that's it. That's the full installation. Thank you. You're going to love this Napa leather. Lifetime warranty. It's made in Italy. It's strong. It's thick. It's soft. It heats. You'll have no issues whatsoever. If you do, call us. Thank you again for your business, RPM Tesla. And these are in stock, and they're priced as low as $529 and $6 or $729 if you want to keep your wheel. So again, the alcantara, the leather, and the beautiful white Napa leather is all the same price, $529, and they're in stock now. Thank you.